Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chapter Select, a seasonal podcast where we bounce back and forth between a series exploring its evolution, design, and legacy. I am one of your hosts, Max Roberts, and I am joined, as always, by Logan Moore. Hi, Logan.
It's super time.
It's super time. It is time. We have a special announcement. We have 4 announcements. We are coming at you here in between
This is
seasons.
the Chapter Select Direct.
We had a Chapter Select Summer Summit, and now we have the Chapter Select Direct.
Let's take a look at the headlines. Snap.
Snap. Yeah, we're coming at you hot today, very Nintendo style, with lots of different announcements. We've got a brand new, exciting membership version of the show to announce, and then we are talking about the next 3 seasons of the show. We're coming out from behind the curtain. We're talking about everything that's on the table right now. There are no more secrets to be had. We are announcing Super Chapter Select, a brand new member-supported version of the show that gives you access to longer episodes, exclusive episodes, and then bonus supplemental video material. We've been working on this since Banjo-Kazooie. So for over a year now, we've been chipping away at building a back catalog of member content for Super Chapter Select and then building out the future as well, while also producing seasons 4 and 5 and 6 and now 7 and 8. So that's kind of like the sales pitch of what Super Chapter Select is. And Logan, how much does Super Chapter Select cost the fine folks at home?
$19.99 per year.
Per year. $20 a year. You get access to the entire back catalog. You get your own member private RSS feed that you can put in any major podcast app and listen to the shows. You get access to a login page where you can watch all of these bonus videos that we've been making. And yeah, it's only $20 a year. We think that's a really good price. We spent a lot of time talking about it and trying to find what we think is a good spot for what we're doing.
I mean, anybody who has a podcast, I feel like eventually tries to find a way to monetize it and stuff like that. So I guess to stress up front, though, as we are moving towards like a new subscription-based program here with the show, the base show itself is not going to change whatsoever. The typical episodes for our upcoming seasons will continue to be live on free feeds and stuff like that. And if you listen to the show as it is, that's not going to change. We're just essentially providing more content. So if you want to, for example, I guess we could talk about this now. Yeah. Just like our next season, for example, Pokemon. Pokemon is going to be season 6. We've wrapped up Resident Evil, which was season 5. Season 6 will be Pokemon. It will be going live this fall 2023.
August 23rd.
August 23rd is when our first episode will go live. We will talk about that there, Kanto. So we'll have our typical episode go live on our podcast feed. But then in addition to that, Max and I have been tucking away bonus content, like we mentioned, and some of that will just be longer episodes. But then in the case of something like Pokemon, for instance, Max and I will have exclusive Pokemon battles with our teams that we're going to be posting for every entry in the series. So that's just one small example. And we've got a lot of additional bonus content ideas like this. A lot of it's video based, but they go back multiple seasons. Again, like Max mentioned, we have been doing extra bonus content since season 3 with Banjo-Kazooie. So we've got a backlog of content that you can immediately check out if you choose to subscribe to our super tier here that we now have.
Yeah, we've been really trucking along. So some other examples. Season 6, Pokemon battles. Every game, we're going to duke it out. We've really embraced the rivalry. Those have been a lot of fun. But like back in Banjo-Kazooie, we both played... I played Banjo-Kazooie 64 for the first time on video while you played Grunty's Revenge while you actually were in town. And then we also raced in Banjo Pilot, the elusive Banjo game that we did not cover. So there's that type of thing. Or in Season 4, for Fast and Furious, there's not a lot of video content necessarily that you can do for a season based off movies. You know, YouTube would not like that. But we did live watches of the short films. We did some movie commentaries, and we have an exclusive episode that's all about Better Luck Tomorrow, which was Justin Lin's not first film, but one of his earliest films, which introduces Han. So there's a whole exclusive additional episode just about that movie, kind of really bring the Fast family together. So there's all sorts of stuff, a whole back catalog, and a growing catalog going forward. And those episodes since season 3 have pre and or post show content as well. So longer discussions about different things going on or the games themselves. It's all sorts of different things. So there's a plethora for you to explore, go back to, and enjoy here in the future.
One of the big things as well, we've mentioned that we have a lot of additional announcements. Because we are moving towards an annualized subscription here, we're going to be telling you guys what we are doing for our upcoming seasons far further in advance. And so we've talked obviously here about how Pokemon is going to be season 6, but moving forward, we're going to disclose everything that we're doing for a calendar year up front so that you know at the start of a calendar year whether or not it's something you would like to subscribe to throughout the course of 2024 here. So we've got our 2024 seasons lined up, and we are calling it the year of Metroidvania.
Yeah.
So first off, season 7 is going to be all about the Metroid Prime series. We are not doing the 2D Metroid games, but we are instead doing the Prime series. So that will consist of the 3 mainline Metroid Prime games, Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS, and then we are going to play Federation Force as well on the 3DS. And then we'll have some additional bonus content there that we don't have specifically outlined just yet, but we're obviously, that season's in production at this point in time, so you can broadly expect a lot of additional Metroid Prime related content for our spring
we've got
season
ideas.
here.
We've got ideas.
So Metroid Prime is first up, Max, and do you want to tell them what we're undertaking for season 8?
Yeah, I do.
The second half of the Metroidvania, year of Metroidvania, if you can put it together for yourselves.
It is Castlevania. We are tackling Castlevania. This has been an idea of ours since almost the inception of the show. It's like, we should do Castlevania. But always in early discussions, it was, we'll just come up with a hit list. Well, greatest hits, so to speak.
Yeah. Because if we played every single Castlevania game, it would be very extensive. And season 8 will be very extensive.
I was going to say, I think the only ones we're not playing are the 3 Game Boy games.
Game Boy Color.
And there's,
games.
I think there's
Kid
like
Dracula.
one PS1 game, Kid Dracula. So really we're playing in pretty much everything. We're playing Castlevania 64. We're playing Lords of Shadow series. We're playing Lament and Curse of Darkness. So the 3D games. We're playing the DS games. It's all going to be there. And the really interesting approach that we're taking to Castlevania is the order that we're doing things, which we're still bouncing back and forth, but we've kind of chunked up the series into what I've been calling just different eras of Castlevania. And there's the classic era, so your NES, your Super NES, Genesis, kind of those
basically
games.
The first 4 or 5 entries there.
Yeah. Then we've got the EGA era, which is basically going to be Rondo of Blood through the DS. Those 2D Symphony of Night inspired styled games. And then we have the 3D era, which some of those fall under EGA's time in charge of the series, but we're going to be playing those. So it'll go, Castlevania 1 on the NES, and then it'll go Rondo of Blood for the EGA at the start there. And then we're going to play, I think, what's the first 3D game? I want to say
Castlevania 64, I believe.
Yeah. So, and then we'll alternate like that through the whole series. So that gives us diversity of approach and to explore different games and really tackle Castlevania in a major way.
Yeah, in total, I think so. Season 8 is going to last 19 or 20 episodes. I believe it's 20 that we have outlined at the moment.
19.
Is it 19? Okay.
It is.
And we'll share. I believe we've got an order on our end. We'll share more once this season gets close about the specifics.
Yeah, there's a page up for all of these seasons over at chapterselect.com. You can click and you'll see just the outline order of the episodes. There's no dates tied to these yet, but it'll be spring of 24 and fall of 24. And guests we don't have lined up for these seasons in particular yet either. We do have guests that we plan on reaching out to, but if you would like to,
it's hard to plan things 18 months in advance for something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're beginning production on this stuff. I mean, Castlevania is so long that we have to kind of start now and begin chipping away on it so that we have this stuff ready to go. I mean, you guys are really getting a look behind the curtain now at how we run this show. Like Pokemon, for instance, season 6, we've been playing Pokemon games since the first half of 2022.
I want to say it was like March-ish we started chipping away at Leaf Green and Fire Red. So
just because we knew it would be such a big undertaking, and obviously Castlevania is as well. So yeah, we'll have a lot more specifics, obviously, as these windows continue to approach. But again, us revealing this, we feel like we have to disclose this stuff far earlier in advance, just because we're not demanding your money, but we feel like we've provided a great product with our show for 5-6 seasons now, and we're adding more to what the show is capable of and more of what we're doing. And with Castlevania in particular, not to undermine our Metroid season we're going to do, but Castlevania, I know we have a ton of bonus content ideas because
we do. There's
a Castlevania
expensive
TV show we can talk about. There are spin-offs in the Castlevania series that I think we don't feel like we should play in the mainline season, but we kind of want to check out and still talk about things like Bloodstained, and there's a Dead Cells Castlevania expansion, things we wouldn't do full episodes on, but that we still feel like we should talk about and dive into if we're going to do a deep dive on Castlevania as a whole. So there's a lot that we have in mind for the Castlevania season in particular. But again, we've got so much content here already lined up and ready to go if you were to subscribe the moment we push this out and announce this.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute blast. I've really have enjoyed building this with you, Logan, and now sharing it with the world. It feels very strange to even talk about it. So where can you go to find all this great stuff? You can go to chapterselect.com. It's all going to be there on the homepage. But if you want a special URL to remember, you can go to listeningwithsuperpower.com. It'll take you there, and you can check out and sign up for just $20 a year. You've got an extensive back catalog. I have a chart with all the time, like how much extra content. And I think at launch here, we're around, I want to say, so launch, this would be seasons 3, 4, and 5. There's 5, 8, and 3. So about 16 to 17 hours of additional content spread across the longer episodes and the videos. And, we have movie commentaries and the whole thing, plus all our Pokemon stuff, which won't be available if you signed up right now, but will be available as those episodes come out, so that they're all together.
Which at this point, like you just said, we're a month out from Pokemon kicking off. So
Pokemon is coming in hot. We're actually going to record a battle right after this. It's going to be great. So
yes,
thank you all so much for listening to the show, subscribing, sharing the show, and giving, encouraging us in a way. The numbers and the performance of the show has really encouraged us to pursue this, and we really appreciate it. And we would love it if you would check it out, sign up, and if you can't, just share the show with people and think would like it. We think that these seasons are evergreen in a way. There's no timeliness to it per se, and we think folks will really enjoy it. So please go check out Super Chapter Select, listeningwithsuperpower.com, just $20 a year. It would mean the world to both Logan and myself. So thank you all so much for your time today. And until next time, adios.
It's too late to do now, but we should have mentioned something about how if you subscribe and give us $20 a year, it helps us buy these old Castlevania games that we have to play.
Logan's been on a shopping spree, man. I'm just letting me tell you that, man. I'm looking over here at NES versions of Castlevania 3.
Yes.